Hi guys, this is Forte, September 14th, 2022, 7:27 p.m. right now. The market just closed. The trade idea I have for you guys tomorrow is CCRN. Okay, let's start analyzing this chart real quick. Let's take a look at the monthly chart. The stock IPO'd at 2001, and we pretty much have gotten rid of all the overhead supply because we are currently above the price, above all the overhead supply around this area, except the IPO high that it made. But I wouldn't. That it's been like what 20 years, and it's not like really strong overhead supply. So this thing I can tell I'm pretty much seeing it as it's heading into all time high, right? And I'm gonna assume that I'm most likely not gonna run into any resistance here. We might, but we'll see. But anyways, let's take a look at the start on the weekly chart and analyze the volume real quick. It's gonna be a little bit different type of analysis, right? From usual, I'm gonna go into really detail because this is the only stock that I'm kind of looking at it right now. So the stock entered, got out of the stage one base right here, and it started advancing in a stage two advance. And that's pretty much like that. This is where I miss, right? I'm not gonna buy these kind of things because I cannot, like, I don't pick the bottom, right? Perhaps I can say that there's a base I could buy right here or something like that. I can buy right here, but the amount of overhead supply to the left makes me not want to buy it. What I mean by overhead supply is that likely that people that bought around this area is gonna sell off once the price goes up to that, to this price area, because that's where they want to break even on their trades, right? So I'm not a big fan of buying it. And then finally we broke above this area, and then now the stock came back down. We came down a pretty big volume on this candle right here, this green candle, right? We can see that there's really big volume. The candle is kind of, it's more of a bearish green candle. I see that as institutions selling. And then what happened in the next couple weeks is that the bear market of end of 2021 to 2022 happened, and the stock started. It didn't really free fall as bad. We pulled back about 50%, which is bad, but not as bad, to be honest, relative to a lot of the other stocks out there. And not just that, we can see, let's take a look at the volume down here. The stock bottomed out, with pretty big red volume on this this candle bar right here. It's not the, it's kind of, I see it as more like a like a flush out, because we also broke the previous low that it made right here. So we kick a lot of the people out, that whoever bought around this area, right? We shake them out, and then the stock started advancing, right? And then what happens is that we started, after a good advance of pretty 100%, right? The stock pulled before it got to the 10-week moving average. The red line right here is the 10-week moving average. It's also the 50-day moving average on the daily chart. We're analyzing on the weekly chart right now. This candle right here on the August 5th, 2022, which is last month, I will argue that this is a bullish volume candle. Even though it's red, we can see that the stock came back all the way down and tested the 10-week moving average and found buyers. And I believe that the buyers showed up, and that's what gave volume to this candle, right? And then we have another low candle day where we broke the low of that, which tells me that whoever bought on August 5th did not sell off the next week. The price obviously went down, but the volume was really low, so I don't think they sold off as much. So this is what I call it, retail selling. I don't think institutions were selling here. And then the next day, we were near the 10-week, we're basically got below the 10-week moving average, and once again the buyers showed up again, and then we had really big volume on that day, telling me that perhaps it's the same group of people that bought in the week prior to last week. And that indicates that institutions are buying. And then we have another green candle, and then another red candle, followed by a really low volume, and then another green candle with higher volume than the previous week. And then we have this week, which is only a Wednesday, and we have pretty big buying volume coming in here, and we're really, really close to the top, to the 52-week high, right? We're about 4% away from the top. Today we almost broke that. We almost broke all-time high, not 52-week high, but we found a little buyers showing up, And that's pretty much it. On now, analyzing on the 65-minute chart, we got above the 5-day moving average. The stock made a pretty decent move, pull back, and was able to find buyers at the low of the day. If we take a look at the VWAP here, we pretty much held on the VWAP. So whoever is buying today wanted the price to be above VWAP, and I don't think it's the retail buyers. If we take a look at the the daily chart, we can see that this is the candle on August 4th, right? Where we came all the way down to the 50-day moving average with ginormous candle, and then we're able to find buyers who basically close above the 50-week moving average, and that's usually a good sign. I'm not sure if I can take a look at it. August 4th, maybe I can. Yes, I can. So August 4th, we can even drill down. August 4th, that's the day, right? We had a big sell-off at the beginning of the day, and then at the getting towards the end of the day, the buyers showed up with a pretty big volume, and that's where I believe that's the institutions coming in. And then followed by, once we hit a low of $20, the next day we gap up on pretty big volume. We can see the volume increasing around this area. That's once again another sign of institutions buying. So that's how I and then if you look at it today, we broke above the high that it made in this range with bigger volume than it did last time, where it gap up near this low, right? If institutions are now buying at a higher price, that means that they want to push the stock into all-time high. And once we're into all-time high, there will be no more people losing money in this trade, in the stock. CCRN, that's the stock I am looking at. And that's, chart, volume, price action analysis for me from Forte. And that's it. See you guys next time. I don't really have much trades. The only other trades I got is CLFD, and pretty much got in on this break right here. Pretty classic, typical. You can call it a cup and a handle, right? We just broke above this range of consolidation, and this stock has been strong, so the strength is carrying forward, and we are back down to the testing the 10-week moving average. And the volume is really low, which is a concern, but I'll be keeping an eye on it. So far, it's not really violating, anything. Not going to be selling this one right now. And the market is not great, so it's not a good time to buy stocks anyways. So with the market not in our direction, there's a lot of headwind. I recommend to not buy stocks, but if you do, CCRN is the one I will recommend. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. And if you like the video, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/fortecharts. And see you guys next time.